peeps? It's the Beat Chef for Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. New subscribers, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you get something out of the content. Old subscribers, thank you for helping me build this platform and continue to push out this content. Let's get into this Fever game. Fever playing in Atlanta, playing the dream. This was ugly from the jump street. First quarter ended 22-19. One thing I noticed in the first quarter, Atlanta had a plan to attack the middle. I told you folks before, Atlanta is not scared of of Aliyah Boston. And Aliyah Boston, when she plays Atlanta, it's almost like watching Waterboy, and she becomes Coach Klein when she sees the opposing coach and she just wants to leave. She checks out. She got Brittany Griner in foul trouble in the first 2 minutes of the game. And I was like, if you guys do not attack the paint now, you're going to lose. Brittany Griner goes out at the 8-minute mark, and Indiana decides to shoot 3-pointers. Everybody's jacking up threes. Damaris Dantas comes in. She immediately fires up some threes, hitting nothing but backboard or air ball. It was disgusting to watch. Brionna Jones picked up a foul, but Atlanta stuck to their game plan. They played New York Knicks style basketball and pounded the paint. Everybody was hitting the paint. Second quarter, some of the worst basketball ever. Neither team could score. Brionna Jones picks up her second. The Indiana Fever scored 14 stinky points in that quarter. Atlanta is even worse. They only score 11. The game is tied 33-33 at halftime. Third quarter starts. It was in the 30s almost until the halfway mark of the third quarter. And this is where the Fever lost the game. Brionna Jones starts cooking. And when I say cooking, I mean she was cooking everybody. Running folks over and sidestepping DeWanna Bonner to make an acrobatic layup. Brionna Jones was having her way. Their front court was dominating the Fever. Third quarter, Indiana only scores 9 points. Kelsey Mitchell's having a meltdown, gets attacked because she feels she doesn't get fouled. But Kelsey Mitchell, sweetheart, your shot wasn't falling tonight. You needed to get to the rack more than you were shooting those threes, but we'll get to that in a second. Atlanta goes on an 11-0 run to start the third quarter. Finished with a big run. Ended up with 23 points in that quarter. Fourth quarter starts. It's already toast. Now Stephanie White has a meltdown. She gets teched up. Truth be told, Stephanie White should have stayed with her family and took care of her business and let the assistant coach this game. He showed more poise than she showed. There was more offensive flow when he was coaching the team. And he wore a freaking suit when he coached. And when he's on the sideline as assistant, he wears athletic gear. That was just something I noticed. That was a side point. They get murdered in the fourth, but it's already out of hand. Let's get to the numbers. Natasha Howard, 27 minutes, 6 of 9, had 15 points. Aliyah Boston disappeared in this game. I said in a short before this game, Aliyah Boston needed to score 20. She only scored 7, played 29 minutes, 3 of 9. You can't be 6'5" and be scary. You can't be Coach Klein when you play Brittany Griner. You can't be Coach Klein when you play Jonquel Jones. I'm sorry, Aliyah Boston. You got Jonquel Jones coming Saturday, girl. If you don't get your ass in order and get it together, this team needs you. They gonna need you in June. We gonna need you to do a little better than what you did tonight. Sydney Colson, 1 of 4, 25 minutes, only had 3 points. They can let Sydney Colson go. They can let Sydney Colson go. Go ahead and give Ari McDonald. Go ahead and cut her. Get the 10 days started so you can get it over with and bring her back. Sydney Colson, your money goes to Ari McDonald. I'm sorry. You got to give more. For being a veteran, I didn't like the signing. I don't like old players. You 35, your check engine light blinking. Sorry, you didn't give enough. 1 of 4, 1 of 3. You just out there to be out there. You just trying to get participation ribbons. Sorry. Kelsey Mitchell, 31 minutes, 5 of 16, 0 of 5 from 3. Had 11 points. The 0 of 5 from 3 was killer because she was clanking iron. Bad. When there would be real estate in front of her to get an easier jumper, mid-range shot, more efficient shot. She would take that long ball, and she suffered because of it. And she started whining when her shot wasn't falling. Kelsey Mitchell was another one I said had to score 20 this game in order to win. If she scores 10 and Aliyah Boston scores 10 more, they win this game. That's how close the margins was. That third quarter, they all went cold, and there were spots in this game where both her and Aliyah Boston disappeared. Lexi Hull, I'm sorry. I understand you're guarding Ryan Howard. You played 32 minutes. You played a lot. You were 0 from 5 from the field, 0 from 3 from 3-point, and you had a freaking bagel. You've been damn near averaging 10 points a game. You got to give your team something. If you score your normal 9, they win the game. Your 9 points mattered this game. You didn't score it, and y'all lost. DeWanna Bonner, she's washed. 20 minutes, 2 of 4, 5 points. DeWanna Bonner is going to average this the rest of the season. Folks can stop looking at the third-time all-leading scorer. That is nice, and she'll go down in the history books, and she'll be in the Naismith Hall of Fame at one point in her career. This ain't it. Today, she's an older, washed player on this team. Damaris Dantas, 10 minutes, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, had 3 stinking points. 3 points. Kept shooting 3-pointers. Came in the game firing up threes. Was getting murked on defense by Brionna Jones, but we'll get to that. Brionna Jones murked the centers for the Fever tonight. Ate Aliyah Boston's lunch and stole Damaris Dantas' lunch card. She couldn't even eat lunch. That's how bad Brionna Jones was doing this team. Brianna Turner, scrap time, had a bagel. Michaela Timpson, I understand she got a lot of promise. If the team was built to win now, Michaela Timpson doesn't make this team. And if you gotta cut her to bring in some firepower, I suggest you bring in the firepower. And if she can make the roster next year, you try to bring her back. Nobody's clamoring to go sign Michaela Timpson. I'm sorry. If they wanted Michaela Timpson that damn bad, they'd have drafted her ass in the first round. Stop waiting. If your window's today, you better get somebody today that can play, because she's not making the court. She's not getting on the court. And with that being said, Ari McDonald, 24 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, 14 points. Disruptive on defense. Checks off in every damn column on the stat sheet. This girl plays hard and has earned the spot. They should have had somebody like Ari McDonald, a younger player, to come in and spell Caitlin Clark. Not an old veteran that can't get her motor started and her check engine light blinking. This team shot like crap tonight. 36% from the field, shot 20 from the 3-point line. There was times I would scream, just say, man, could you please stop shooting threes? Take the mid-range jumper, just go to the hole. Do like the Dream's doing. The Dream's making y'all pay. 11 of 18 from the free throw line, shot 61%. The Dream. Brionna freaking Jones, 28 minutes, 9 of 14, 21 points, 10 rebounds. Brionna Jones had her way with whoever guarded her. Whether it was Dantas, whether it was Aliyah Boston, she was making them pay. She went around DeWanna Bonner, and Brionna Jones ain't no light person. She got some size. And she did the dancing bear on DeWanna Bonner and made a layup. And I was like, wow. And that girl big. And she did that. Brittany Griner, 15 minutes, 4 of 7, 9 points. Like I said, she got in foul trouble early. Picked up her third foul in the second quarter and didn't foul out. That was huge. Allisha Gray, 33 minutes, 9 of 13 as an assassin. Had 23 points. Reigning player of the month. Jordan Canada still trying to work her way back from the early knee injury. 2 of 8, 24 minutes, had 4 points. Ryan Howard had 5 assists, 37 minutes, 1 of 8. 0 from 5 from the 3-point line. Only had 3 points. Or from the free, yeah. Ryan Howard had a bad game. And they got the win. And they got the win by 19. Ryan Howard had 3 points. This is an all-star caliber player who's almost exactly like Arike Ogunwale in Dallas. High volume shooter and will shoot off balance. When she's on, she's on. When she's off, she way off. Today, she was off, but she was facilitating and playing D. But still, you lost to a team where their best player scored 3 freaking points. Nia Coffey came in the game, hit a couple big time threes. 7 rebounds, had 10 points. Nas Hillman played a lot, 25 minutes, only had 2 points. Theory, Bagel. Kimbrough, Bagel. Maya Caldwell, 2 points. Tiana Pow played a lot early on to come in for Jordan Canada playing point guard. But now since Jordan's back, Tiana's basically getting them rookie minutes, getting 7 minutes. It was only 1 or 2, only had 3 points. They shot 66% from the free throw line. Free throws were pretty even distributed between both teams, but the one thing with the Dream this game, that first quarter, when they went to the hole, it seemed like every time they made the layup and got the foul, it was so many threes. They didn't have to shoot threes. They were getting 3-point plays the natural way. Shot 22% from the 3, but that 47%, 31 out of 66 shots, most of them damn shots was in that paint. They had 14 points in the paint in the first quarter out of their 22. That's where they won the game. That's where they beat the Fever at. They were more physical. They were more aggressive. And even when it got sluggish in that second, going into that third, they still were aggressive going to the hole. I blame Stephanie White for not putting her players in a position like the Dreams coach did his girls. He made his players get to that hole. Stephanie White's team relied on 3-point shooting and trying to hit those shots, and they were not falling. Nobody was taking anybody off the dribble. Nobody was going to the hole. I didn't see Lexi Hole aggressively going to the hole like she did the last game, and it bit the Fever in the butt. This was one of those games you'll go back to remember later on in the season. Dang, I wish we could have won that one game without Caitlin. You needed to split this week. I don't see them splitting. They needed to win this game. I don't see them beating New York. I said that earlier last night. I see them getting the brakes beat off of them like Chicago got the brakes beat off of them tonight. But let me know what you guys think. It's going to be tough sledding. Even with this couple days of rest they got, plus a travel day, they're not ready for New York. They're not ready for New York. Going back home to Indiana, having a few days rest, and you got to play New York. New York, one of the better teams in the league, and they're fully healthy. No, I don't see it. I see this being a losing week. But like I said, it's a long month. It's a long month. You still got time. But you need to win some of these games while you let Caitlin Clark rest up. You just have to. You just can't rush her back. You rush her back and you lose everything. But yeah, this was an ugly loss. You got Connecticut and Golden State after that. If you can make it through that, give her another week to rest that quad. To me, I'd rather just take the whole damn month off. Try to make it through June, to be honest. Make it through June without Caitlin Clark and come out and then play the Aces on July 3rd. Do that. I would even play her in Dallas June 27th, but that's just me. But let me know your thoughts on this game. Leave your comments below. Until next time. Peace.